The reason why bad people always be in relationships and such is because we train bad people how to be better at being a bad person. We actually learn from each other more than we think that we do. It is necessary that we learn from each other so that we can be better people, whether you are good or bad. But the most prominent thing in this is that bad people have better boundaries than good people. Bad people know how to manage their timing. They know how to get in and out. It's sad, but I learned from dealing with bad people that they are not going to put up with nothing. Once they realize that you caught on to the act, they're done with you. They done already opened up another doorway with somebody else. That's why they're always with somebody, because while they're with you, they done already built something up with somebody else, so that once you catch on and they feel that the connection is dying down because the stupidity is wearing off, they done already fulfilled something with somebody else. We actually need to start giving ourselves grace. And when I say ourselves, I'm talking about if you identify as somebody that's just genuine, you need to understand that bad people teach you how to strengthen your own perspective, your own spirituality. I'm not going to say it gets you closer to anything, because you should be already doing that yourself. But what I'm saying is sometimes these people they play a catalytic role in your life to encourage you to take your power back and use that power to make a power move, to be a better version of you. You are an evolved Pokemon. Act like it. You are no longer the version that they could have manipulated. You know what I'm saying? You're no longer that person. Not saying that you're stupid, but that is what they're bargaining on, because they're so used to stupid people that constantly keeps giving these in and out accesses. You feel me? They're used to people constantly playing this cat and mouse, Tom and Jerry type of game with them. And what I will suggest is, just based off my own personal experiences, being the first one to close the door. They don't like that. They don't like when you're the first one to catch on and end that shit, because it's going to hold them accountable in their own time, and they know that they are eventually going to have to create some change in their life. They know that not only do you have to make better decisions now, they do too. And if they choose not to, based on what they should have been learning from you, is going to always come back to you. We're the one that got away, and they don't like that. But you're going to be a very key component in their life. Every time they fuck up after this moment moving forward, their mind is going to remind them of you. So don't regret shit. Don't beat yourself up if you are a good person, if you are a genuine person. Give yourself grace, but also learn from these bad people and their terrible ways. Actually observe their behavior and memorize that shit, because it's going to be more people like that. They teach you how to strengthen your intuition. They teach you how to have better boundaries. They teach you to value your worth more. They actually do teach you good things, and we should stop looking at bad people as a bad thing. Look at them like, damn, like, you are showing me how worthy I am. You are showing me that I deserve better than this, and I'm not about to keep myself in a stagnated, unprogressive situation. Why would you want to be in a situation like that? They teach you that you are better than them, actually. So it's like, get them gone. Once you catch on, get gone, because they don't like that. I'm telling you, they don't like that. So it's like, I get it. They can go hop from person to person to person, because those people are stupid. Those people that want to keep going back and forth, oh, he know where home at, she know where home at, oh, this is my person that I'm always going to dibble with and dibble with it. Those people, they're not getting any progress. That's why they keep going to the same energies. They go to what's familiar to them. When it's familiar to them, they have no success in that. They have no progress. It's going to be a cycle for years. They're going to be died and laid to the side by the time they get 50, 60, 70. They're going to be burnt out. They ain't going to have no energy. You going to have all the energy in the world, because you're not out here pouring yourself into people that are on a minute, miniature, small scale inside of a box that's just not growing. They may portray themselves to the world that they just growing and they all that just because they can endow themselves with all these different people and energies. But none of these portals, they are opening up spiritual portals with these people that they're not closing, and they wonder why outside of other things that things are happening the way they are happening, because you don't know what these people tied and connected to. You learn from them that you have to close doorways. They need to learn from you that they also need to close doorways. Y'all are learning from each other. It's a whole learning thing. This is all an experiment and experience of life. Stop taking these experiments and experiences as bad things and dwelling on it and feeling like you're not worthy. Somebody else will come around when it's divine timing, and you ain't got to worry about whether bad people doing this, that, and the third, because they're just going through a cycle. And once they learn how to grow the fuck up, or once they realize like I'm not really progressing in this, once they get tired of the same old, when they start realizing that these situations are going to start getting worse instead of better, or they run into that one motherfucker, like I said, that one motherfucker that got away, that make them sit the fuck down and actually take some accountability, who cares what bad people do? Because like I said, we either training them to be better at being bad because we're not being a person that end that shit. If more people end these stupid ass dynamics, there will be some progress. But the more people want to be ignorant and want to keep playing this cat and mouse game with these people, this is just how they are, this is how they operate, this is how they think, it's gonna be like that. That's why I learned this shit. I learned this shit on a personal level. I learned this shit, and once I learned this shit, I'm not gonna dwell into what don't work out, because I already know what the fuck it is. Get gone. Be the first one to leave these motherfuckers alone. They hate that more than you waiting on them to. Why wait on destruction? If you already know where it's gonna go, why wait on it? Just get it gone. Get it gone.